All right, so Walz has been announced as Kamala Harris's vice president. Yesterday, there was this crazy rally in Philadelphia. The energy was absolute insanity. Unbelievable energy that existed. Honestly, it's even stronger than I thought it was, but the energy is just truly unmatched. Everyone just seems super excited. You can even just look at Walz, man. He's looking clean as fudge. You can look at him. He's got like the matching fit. I don't know what Kamala's wearing, by the way. She's out here looking like a salmon with like some, I don't know, got like a salmon shirt with like a blue suit. She got to work on her fits, bro. I don't know what's going on, but he's looking clean as fuck. He got like the suit going, the tie rocking, like he's just looking set, right? But you're going to see here, he's going off, and he's about to mention JD Vance. He's about to go after him. That's his competitor, right? He's the vice president. His competitor is JD Vance. And if you guys saw the video or you'll see the video later actually on the favorability, but there's something going on with that as well between him and JD Vance, so make sure to check that out. But you're gonna see here Tim Walz going off on him, and he's gonna talk about his love for couches. Let's see him talk about that.
Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, JD studied at Yale, had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then wrote a bestseller trashing that community. Come on! That's not what middle America is. And I gotta tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy. That is if he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So, you see what I did there?
All right, so as you guys just saw there, man, he was just absolutely going off there, multiple things. I like how he starts off with the middle America thing. I actually saw a Mark Cuban tweet where he's basically saying like this kind of now shaping up to be a battle between like public schools and Ivy Leagues. I think Kamala went to HBCU, and then Tim Walz went to a state school, and so it's kind of shaping up to be this kind of average American, non-elitist versus elitist crowd. I think both JD and Trump, went. I'm sure they fake their grades and all that stuff too, but it's kind of shaping up to be this race, and whether or not that's going to kind of take away some of the sort of status that they have or with the uneducated voters, because Trump does really well with uneducated voters. Can Walz kind of pull away from that? Let's hope so. I hope so. I think Biden actually wasn't really able to make too much inroads with that group, but hopefully Walz, will be able to make a big impact in there. And it kind of goes to the middle America appeal with, Pennsylvania voters, Wisconsin voters, Michigan voters, all these people. That's the appeal, and so he's really hammering home on that, and he brings that because he has a military background. He was a teacher. He obviously comes from this background, right? So he is that guy, and so him hitting on that is big. And then also, I thought another thing that would be really good about Walz, I feel like just from authoritativeness alone, I think Walz will be able to demolish Tim. I almost said Walz going to be able to demolish Tim Walz. Walz will be able to demolish JD Vance, because JD Vance is so weak. He's kind of a pussycat, and I feel like just from authoritativeness alone, almost like on sort of like a Biden Paul Ryan type of gig, he'll be able to do it. And normally I would say debates aren't really important; they don't really matter that much. But honestly, this election is going to be so close that I think it can matter, and so anything can matter. Your vice presidential pick, your debate performance, anything. And so I think that's going to actually end up being important. It's probably going to get coverage. It'll probably be interesting because JD Vance has become like a popular presidential pick to kind of talk about and cover. And so I think it gives him a lot of opportunity to kind of gain ground, basically. So I'm really excited. That was actually one of the things why I thought he was going to be good at. I thought he would be better than Shapiro, because Shapiro's probably going to try to outsmart him of like, oh, I'm smarter than you or whatever type thing. I think Walz is just going to be like an everyday man, just authoritative, assertive, kind of like, you can go back and watch the Biden-Paul Ryan debate. Paul Ryan just kind of seemed like he just kind of got, dicked down by daddy, basically. Essentially, is kind of what it looked like. And then obviously we finish off with the couch meme, right? So the couch thing, it's weird. There's something came out that supposedly he had sex with the couch or something, or had some kind of sexual urges or something. But the weird part is, the Associated Press comes out with like a fact check about that, saying, oh, this is not true. But then the weird thing is they pulled down the fact check, and so everyone's like, what is going on? And so I'm not even sure that there's even actual like evidence that he's, has a couch fetish or couch sexual or what's going on. But nonetheless, right, in politics, something doesn't have to actually be true, right? Just like they're all calling him a socialist, which he's obviously not, right? Whatever it says is obviously, it doesn't have to be true, it just has to hit, right? So we see that they're all calling him a socialist right now, which is also not true. And so it'll be really funny to see that. But what's most hilarious about the couch situation is the AP put up a fact check saying, hey, this is false. JD Vance did not fuck a couch, right? And by the way, how do you even do that? How do you have sex with a couch? I don't even know how the mechanics work. But anyways, they took it down. Like the fact check that was supposed to be like, yo, this didn't happen, they took it down, and it fueled it so much more. You put a fact check saying, hey, JD Vance did not fuck a couch. He did not have sex with the couch. And they take it down. They take the fact check down. And it's like, wow, what a horrible scenario for him. But you see Kamala's reaction there. She's like, whoa, I'm so fascinated. I want to know. She's giving the side eye, bro. Out there with the salmon side eye, looking like a salmon out here giving the side eye. I want to know, was this pre-approved? Was the couch comment pre-approved or not? That I really want to know. That's honestly a big deal too, because it can indicate to us kind of where the direction is going. Because this was edgy. The couch thing was definitely edgy. She definitely knows what's going on. But the reports are saying that a big contributor to picking Walz for the position was actually his weird comment. He went out and he tried out for the whole, calling them weird, and that was just absolute hit, just hit everywhere and just went all over the place. And everyone's saying it. She's saying in her campaign rally, JB Pritzker is responding to it. Everybody's responding to it. So she had to have known she was getting into this kind of business with Walz, where he's just going to start saying stuff and kind of going off the wall and everything with stuff like this. But I want to know, was this pre-approved? Did Kamala Harris approve this? Because her reaction kind of seems here to be kind of like genuine in terms of like, whoa, like she's kind of like, oh shit. So you can just see her face, right? I hear her looking like a shocked salmon, out of water. So it's just like, bruh, I really want to know. And you can just see how hyped Tim Walz is here, man. Tim Walz is just so hyped. The energy is just crazy and it's infectious. And so the reports were saying Biden's camp was basically like the advisor for the Biden camp that talked to the CNN article writer. He said that he joked about literally bringing Walz around more because Biden was so excited. He had such energy, right? Because Walz was like, the beers were flowing and he's just such a fun guy to be around. Everyone loves this guy. He's just so real. And so, here, if Kamala didn't pre-approve of this, she can't be shocked because it's like, dude, not only is that just kind of his vibe, but that's what you hired him on. One of the big things is, I think the other thing was they had just a really good vibe. She didn't really pick him because he's super progressive or anything. But he just had the really good vibe. He had the really good tryout moment with the whole weird thing. And they had a really good charisma with each other and connection with each other. And then I think the only real main other person was Shapiro. But what the reports are that Shapiro his nickname is now Ambitious. I think Fetterman might have single-handedly tanked this campaign. Because go watch the video I did about it. But Fetterman basically, him and Fetterman have like this Goku-Vegeta rivalry going on. And so Fetterman's aides and his team were telling her, don't pick him. He's going to put politics over people. He's that type of guy. So that's his nickname, and so she doesn't want anybody who's going to potentially backstab her. She wants somebody who's going to like always stick with her through thick and thin, no matter what's going on. So I really want to know what's going to happen, and we're going to see a lot of this funny kind of moments. And man, Walz's energy is just through the roof, and you can just feel it. It's infectious, and so that's what the CNN article was saying when Biden was talking about Walz. So man, he's just going to really be energetic. His favorable numbers are already surging. You'll see a video on that, and it's going to be really great to see his crossover appeal with a bunch of people. But let me know your thoughts down below. Most importantly, did Kamala pre-approve of this? Comment. You let me know down below. I want to hear your response.